ministerial or MDS apparatus. How can that move? Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has that opportunity. Some of us from the other party believe the reason he could do that is because he bought his election. Do you understand? Nobody can say when he went to Rivers, and the former governor of Rivers was trying to subliminally, put a emotional burden or blackmail. He said, I owe you nothing. He knows how he achieved what he achieved. So he has that opportunity to say, and he has done that now in states where we tell you he picked somebody as against the wish of the government.
Now you're talking about Rivers State, and some would say that the former governor also nominated himself. So were you surprised seeing his name on that list?
Who?
The member of your party, Nyesom Wike.
You see, he's not a member of our party. Let me explain. Either he is doing his youth service in the villa, he is on sabbatical in the villa, or that he has decided to be an instrument of the governing party against our party. Because as soon as it was announced, you see the video everywhere in the platform. In your program this morning, it was playing where he vowed he will never be in APC because APC is synonymous to cancer. And then on another occasion, he said for the minister will go, I'm not interested. But he's not alone. There was a governor who said he was going to school. He was still going to be a minister. But his case will be worse if APC is voted. Because the man who is running now for APC does not even know half of what Buhari knows about government or national security. If you have the time, I will tell you more about what they are campaigning with as an agenda or as a rhetoric that he did well in Lagos. I will tell you, between 1999 to 2007, if you take out context, he actually performed worse than some governors in Nigeria, because the Lagos that they say he did, he improved the revenue, he only collected tax. All the infrastructure needed for a state or in fact a country to develop was on ground. Lagos used to be the Nigerian national capital. Before Nigeria was formed, Lagos was a colony. You have all the infrastructure for economic development. As what you didn't establish them. There was seaport, there was airport, you have commercial activity, all the embassies are there. So transaction with foreign envoys is in Lagos. All the hotels are there, headquartered in Lagos. All the banks are headquartered in Lagos. All security apparatus, every facility and infrastructure for economic development was in Lagos. He didn't bring them. Asiwaju did not invite or introduce or brought to Lagos any serious foreign investor or domestic investor. And these revenues we are talking about that they claim he has generated, we are on. It's just that the government didn't have the infrastructure in collecting those. So what he did throughout this period was to collect tax. That's what they claim by revenue. And even then, the reason he did that was because the company that was collecting the tax, the company is allegedly traceable to him. So if you pick a man on the street and you tell him, I want you to collect us in a given area, your percentage is 30%, he will be optimal. He will be highly effective. This is the summary. But let me tell you what he did in Lagos. One, he attempted to destroy democracy. He wanted to introduce what we call monarchical democracy. A democracy that is not reflected by the will and wishes of the people, but reflected by the choice of a man, and people should run around it. He introduced the concept in politics in Nigeria that we call take the queue, follow the queue.
Has just been voted into a term of 4 years. He's 8 months into the term, which constitutes 31.8% of the total time that he has. He has less than 70% of the time in government. When is that going to happen? Two, when President Buhari took over in 2015, it was the same language. Nigerians patiently followed. Today, tomorrow, they finish the first term, they enter the second term. When there is a fundamental problem with policy, time is irrelevant. 30 years, it cannot work, mix in Nigeria. And I'm glad Mr. Onje is an economist. Let him challenge it. If you look at the manifesto of APC and Asiwaju, you will discover that every promise that he put in there, unless he can show that there is a plan to create production, generate Nigerians to everything is about borrowing. And they may end up borrowing your intestine, your kidney, and every part of your being for the things that they want to do. I'm not perturbed by that, but let me tell you what they are selling to the Nigerian people, what they call renewed hopelessness. In their renewed hopelessness, what is their economic model?
You call it renewed hopelessness, but they call it renewed hope.
But let me tell you why it is hopeless. This current government is the government of APC. They don't even know. Their entire manifesto is a campaign against the government. And a kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. If you read their campaign manifesto, it is activism. You are doing activism against who? You now said you want to remove subsidy. You forgot when Jonathan wanted to remove subsidy